Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
What a great song. Let's go. Friday's here. 92.1 City. Winnipeg's Rock Station. Raise your hand if you have that one cranked. It's 6:11 with Philly, Joe, and Kirby.
It's the only time that bagpipes are actually allowed in the 6 o'clock hour when it's that song with AC/DC. By the way,
Very true.
they're under the showcase, under the lamp next week right here. This week, Women in Rock. It's International Women's Day tomorrow.
Yes.
Be proud of all the women in your life. It's a kind of a neat year, actually, too. I was just doing some research. It's the Accelerate Action theme this year. And I thought that was pretty cool. Strength in every story is the deal. And you kind of find that in a lot of the songs we're playing from women artists this week. So enjoy that. Heart, the Sunday night vinyl series, too. Dreamboat Annie, great classic album.
Yeah, and you know what the hell? If there's we've been getting requests all week, but as always with this show, we don't follow any kind of template. So if there's a kick-ass female artist, musician, band, song that you'd like to hear this morning, like in addition to banger requests, just let us know. And if, 762-555, and if we can find a way to get it on, we will.
Maybe this lovely lady right here will break out in song. She does
sing?
that once in a while. A song, verse, or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure something will pipe up today. Why not, song-wise?
I'm in a good mood.
Sure, you're always in a good mood.
You want a little song and
What's
dance?
your style? Well, dance. I mean, that's
Your friend Lady Gaga's on Saturday Night Live tomorrow. Is that inspiration for you?
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I didn't know that.
Is there a song that you go to? What song do you find yourself singing along to the most? Like if it comes on.
You're walking around your apartment.
Yeah.
Maybe you're doing a couple of chores and you break out.
Like my
song.
go-to karaoke song, like when I was in Cuba and I got up there and I performed, I sang I Love Rock and Roll.
Joan Jett.
And then I also went back up because I can't just do one song.
No.
Right.
And
It's karaoke. Why leave it to the staff on the resort?
So I did Hit Me With Your Best Shot.
Oh, cool.
Another good one.
I love my Pat Benatar.
They're both 2.5-minute songs, though, Kirby.
Well,
I
that's what
noticed.
I mean.
Yeah.
Like it's like a quick little performance up there. You don't want
not
anything
a full
too.
set. You didn't do a full
Didn't
set.
do a full set.
That's awesome.
I hate myself for loving you, Joan Jett. Like
Yeah,
don't,
that's a good song.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I love rock and roll's great too. But there's so much to choose from. Sounds like we're gonna get the full performance this morning. Kirby singing.
I love it.
Outstanding.
It can happen at any time.
Yeah. Also, I got to tell you, Bone Phone is excellent this morning. Coming up in less than 10. The Angry Drinker.
Is he
Jets
back?
fan. He is back with a rant of all rants.
Oh wow.
Coming up in the Bone Phone. You're not going to want to miss this. Let's go, Kirby. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, International
Are you
Women's
guys
Day.
ready?
Go, girl, go.
Let's go.
Here it comes. Got 5 seconds left of the intro, and then it's you, Curbs.
Ready?
Yeah.
Him dancing there by the record machine.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm just gonna leave it to Jeff.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby.
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Hi guys, the Wolf Dragon calling. You were talking about how many times you've seen the same movie over and over again. I like watching The Goonies. My son loves that movie also, but yet I can't get enough of it. I think it's funny, so anytime it's on TV, I'll watch it. Okay, bye.
That's classic.
That was yesterday's completely useless question.
Yep.
And the average person apparently watches their favorite movie about 40 times.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that seems like a lot, even for a favorite movie, but over a lifetime.
And then we got into it. We might discuss that later on this morning again. In the meantime, though, we had this. Crazy Craig had said on the text line that I can't remember what movie, but he went Tenet.
Yeah, he watched it like 111 times.
In the theater.
Hey, it's Crazy Craig. Yeah, I went and saw one movie 111 times in the theater, and then it didn't count because I was missing signatures on 3 papers. How's that for
So he was going for the Guinness Book of World Records.
So do you have to get like the manager of the theater or like an usher or somebody to sign off, I guess?
Probably.
Like
As a
kind of
witness.
like any legal document, you have to have like somebody who's a witness, right?
That's who I used to go to when I have to get my passport signed, the guy at the movie theater. Now you can get other people to sign it. Why is there grease on this piece of paper? Well, I had some
But-
popcorn at the theater while I was there.
Let's be honest, that would suck.
Oh,
you
yeah.
invested
No
that
kidding.
much time, and I hope he enjoyed himself, obviously, in the process, but that would suck.
Well,
That
there-
movie was pretty intense, was it not?
There's a little
It
more
was
to
a
this.
Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, there's a little more to this call. So sorry, I stopped it just to let everybody know what he was up to, but let's play the rest here.
Yeah, is what it is. Anywho,
It is what
I'm
it
thankful for the movies anyway. I'm thankful for Philly, Joe, and Kirby. And I'm thankful for everything in my life. My cat, my roof over my head, my movie posters, my love for life, my love for my friends and my family. Keep up the great awesomeness. Crazy Craig out.
All right.
Thanks, Crazy Craig.
Yeah.
Too bad that Guinness Book of World Records thing didn't work out for you, but you tried. That's the bottom line, as Kirby would say. You put in a good effort.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The hooligan started the whole topic of oil changes. He changes oil for his buddies. And then there was a conversation yesterday, courtesy of the friendly mechanic, basically letting us know when you should check your oil, all those things. And it came up that get the guy or the girl working at the gas station
Yes.
to check your oil.
Hey, good morning. The guy from yesterday? No, you don't let a gas attendant check your oil. Get a friend to do it if you don't know what you're doing. Get a mechanic to do it. But the guy pumping your gas to check your oil? I don't think so. Have a good day.
Okay. So
But why, though?
well, he's basically saying I'd rather somebody who knows a little bit more about vehicles because if I could read between the lines, there's no guarantee the person pumping your gas knows anything about vehicles
Bingo.
or even knows how to check it. They might just fake it and go, it looks good, and shut the hood.
That's what I would do.
That's not saying they all do that, but
You want to buy scratch and wins? No problem. They might not be willing to check the oil. You never know.
Right.
I understand what he's saying.
Friendly Mechanic is back, and he's saying also don't ask Philly and Joe for advice on anything automotive.
Hello, the friendly mechanic calling back. This one is directed directly at Kirby. Kirby, do not take mechanical advice from Joe Aiello or Mr. Phil. Here's why. You know, if I had a question about the scorpions or pasta sauce or things about wrestling, then obviously I would ask Joe because he's the subject matter expert. And if I had questions about, you know, the Montreal Canadiens or how not to bend your legs, then obviously I would ask Philly. But those guys don't know anything about automobiles, okay?
True.
Oil
True.
monitors are unreliable, but a dipstick is absolutely 100% reliable. It tells you what's going on inside your engine, okay? Check your oil regularly with your dipstick. Do not rely on electronic devices to monitor your oil. Have a great day. Go Jets, go. Woo!
At first, I thought he was calling you and I dipsticks.
Yeah, well, it kinda
then-
was.
No, he can't be because they know what they're doing. Dipsticks with vehicles.
I appreciate the advice.
It's good. Thank you very
And you
much.
don't have to give me an excuse not to listen to these guys.
That's very true as well.
That's true, too, yeah.
Let's wrap with one of our favorite callers. Is it the Angry Drinker? That's what we Angry Drinker Jets fan, I guess. It's fantastic today.
Hey, listen, it's trade deadline time. You want to talk backs. So do I. The fact is, Winnipeg Jets, with the lineup they have right now, do you understand? I'm talking to you people of Winnipeg and across Canada. What lineup right now is the best in the NHL? Who's got 90 points? Your Winnipeg Jets. And you know what? They've had hard times. They've had a couple loose games. But you know what? I like Brock Nelson. There's nobody in the league right now, including Brock Nelson, that would make the Winnipeg Jets better. It's a family. It's a nation of Winnipeg
with those
Me
guys.
too.
There's more than two.
Yeah, it's a
I'll
party.
tell you. And whatever phone system they have, that's the best. How can you yell into a phone with no distortion? That's the best phone system going.
Oh, man.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Ready to go. Republica, 92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. Philly, Joe, and Kirby on a Friday morning.
So we're up to $5,400 plus a shot at $1,000 if you guess celebrity one or two. That's coming up at 8:30 this morning, and we do have some neat concert tickets to give away today.
Oh, yeah.
Right, Volbeat with 3 days grace. They go on sale next week, but we announced that yesterday. So we're going to do that with completely useless question you wanted to do.
Ding, ding, ding. So 7:45 for that.
And we have Brent Butt tickets. He's coming. Tickets go on sale today for that show. And we were thinking about doing something maybe online for those today.
Facebook page.
Yeah, we could definitely do something.
We always incorporate a text message element with that as well for those who don't use Meta.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. We got the name game coming up next hour before 7:30.
Are you feeling sharp today? You were out last night
Not
hosting
really.
a hockey dinner, and I know the group you were with. And I said, if there's going to be a tough Friday on Aubrey, it's today.
You know what? Can I tell you guys? Yeah,
Your voice is pretty good,
It's
actually.
not bad for, typically it's even worse. But, that crew, the Railer Express fundraising gala, it's always so much fun. Dale Weiss, Dwayne Galloway-Chuck, and Russ Romanuk. We did a little hockey roundtable. That was great. But the highlight of the night, you guys, I thought of you right away. I'm sitting there, and in my defense, you guys, we've all hosted events here. Getting your meal in is always like a bit of a rush because you're doing MC work.
Yeah.
You're the last one to eat.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there at my table, and the president of the Railer Express, guy I know well, Don Gale, sitting beside me, and he's already finished eating. But he, I guess, looked over at me eating at one point, and I'm in my full Badger routine because I'm already.
Oh, you're scarfing down.
I already eat fast, and then I'm in a bit of a hurry because I got to get back up there and do some more MC work.
The man hovers around his plate with his arms, and he was wearing a sport coat last night.
So the shoulder was
well, he
like a
didn't
little
have
tight.
full. No, well, yeah, the shoulders are tight. He doesn't have full momentum around the plate now with the arms.
That's
with
understandable.
full reach.
And it was a meal I liked. It was roast beef, buffet, the
you
horseradish
would've been all
everywhere.
over that.
Mashed garlic mash.
It would have
boy.
been mashed into that beard of yours.
I was going to town. And yes, you couldn't have, I'm telling you right now, there's nobody that could have gotten through my forearm to get at my food. And Don looks over at me at one point. I was about 3/4 of the way through, and he's like, dude, you've got to breathe.
Yeah. Take a second.
Take a second, bro.
You're not getting out of here any earlier.
I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just, the food's really good, and I've been accused of eating very fast, and I'm in a rush.
It's even more embarrassing that somebody else noticed.
Yeah, well, not really, because I know him well, and he's probably
He
heard
was probably
the
just wanting to
stories,
give you a hard time.
and he probably he's like, oh, I'm witnessing what Joe and Kirby talk about all the time.
You usually turn your back to us then.
Yeah,
I'm going to give you a pro tip, not for you because you're the event. I'm going to give this to anybody that has to MC a wedding or something because there's a lot of that, and there's those buffet, and every table is waving their number at you.
Yeah.
What you do is you make up a number. If you know there's 20 tables, you call out 21 so no one feels like they're ever the last table. And you're the last person to eat.
That's good.
So you've always got that card to play because somebody goes,
That's
hello.
really smart.
How can we be, we're table 19, and go, listen, I still haven't eaten either. And you're the last one. Get you off the hook every time.
Let me tell you, though, that roast beef and horseradish was so good.
Was there
last
somebody
night.
serving it?
Oh, the carver.
Yeah,
I love the carver.
Are you nice to him?
Yes, I want a big
or
piece.
her?
He wants a big piece, and he wants it from what side he wants. I got to ask, did you get any of the gravy on the jacket?
No.
Good
I
boy.
avoided that.
Atta boy.
It went
We're
down the...
so proud of you.
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby podcast.
Do you guys know that there's I just forgot to mention this, a time change.
Yeah.
This
Daylight
weekend.
saving time. Yep. You're going to
Like
be
on
springing
Sunday.
ahead. So when you go to bed Saturday night, usually, it happens at 2 a.m. for most people. But if you go to bed early on Saturday, like 8 p.m., like Kirby, you can still put it ahead. So when you wake up Sunday.
Good reminder. Thanks, Joe.
No problem.
And, Joe, you hate these time changes. Like,
Well, I would
you
just-
are the advocate for getting rid of these, and you'll always get a lot of support. I will say that you are not alone. Whenever we talk about this, you will rail against it and get lots of support.
I would just prefer it would stay at 1. Like, so for springing ahead on Sunday, I would just like it to stay at that forever. I like the sunshine at night, to be honest, more than I do in the morning. I appreciate that 9:30, 10 o'clock sunset in the summer. Most people at the lake, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like the light at night.
I have noticed the sun staying out a little later.
Yeah.
So it's, it makes sense that the time change is creeping up this weekend.
This one's a tough one because you lose the hour of sleep.
Yeah.
I find this one messes with me more than the other because the other one makes me happy. It's like, I get an extra hour of sleep. This is cool. But this one here, losing the hour, it'll mess with me. I'll come in Monday and it'll still be affecting me.
It doesn't have to mess with you, Phil, if you don't let it.
You know what? Whoever, it's like...
If you don't let it.
We used to have...
Like, I don't let it. It doesn't bother me any. I don't really focus on it. I don't give it any space or capacity, so it doesn't affect me.
If we have our own amateur therapist in the studio, and that's the beauty of all of this, is... You see your therapist and then you just regurgitate, I assume, what she tells you. Is that the...
I've learned a lot. Yeah.
Saving us money. I appreciate it.
So don't let it, if you don't let it bother you, it won't bother you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
There you go. All this
It's a
time
reminder.
in my life. Absolutely.
The one thing you can do, in an article I was reading about it, was make sure you actually... get some morning light, like start your day about 15, 20 minutes earlier, like adjusting your sleep to get used to it for the week.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that
makes
helps or
sense.
not, but
Yeah, there are, because you will hear a lot of, and kids, it messes with kids.
yeah.
And pets, I've heard as well.
Yeah.
Health, apparently, physical health, like strokes, heart attacks, the numbers go up around these days. I would just like it to stay at one of them. I don't care which one.
Yeah.
But once you've decided, if this one was the fallback one, then okay, just decide from now on that's the time.
Yeah.
But you're going to enjoy the sunshine when it warms up.
Yes, and that'll
As far as daylight, not sunshine. You'll enjoy more daylight.
And ultimately, that is nice when we start getting more daylight. Hey, it's tough to complain about that one, but we might still find a way. Okay, 10 minutes away from the name game.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Good morning, City. Do you want to play the name game?
Definitely.
How old are you?
50. Turning 51 in April.
All right, just around the corner.
Turning 51
Yeah.
in April, but you're 50 right now. You got to jot that down.
Hell yeah.
Okay, we're going to ask you a series of questions, and then we'll guess your name.
Okay.
I'll go first. Do you watch movies more than once, or are you too busy? Do you have too much on the go to watch a movie more than once?
Yeah.
I watch it like 5-6 times.
You'll watch like your favorite movie 5 or 6 times?
Oh, yeah. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, you name it.
Okay.
Okay.
I love that.
Do you weigh yourself regularly?
No.
No? You don't get up on a Saturday and
No.
pull the scale out? All right. There's my questions. Kirby, go ahead.
Okay, what was your favorite band in high school?
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah.
GNR, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so when you're at a buffet, are you going to be hitting up the salad bar first, or do you head straight for the hot stuff right away?
Hot stuff right away.
You just skip the salad bar altogether, or what? You go back maybe?
No salad for this guy.
Yeah, no, listen, no salad. I don't weigh myself.
You had one back in high school listening to GNR.
That's right.
Okay. With daylight saving time this weekend, which do you prefer? Spring forward the hour or falling back an hour?
Really doesn't bug me like Kirby.
Because you don't let it.
You don't let it.
No, exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
But if I had to choose,
love
if I had to choose, I'd do the fall back because then I get to sleep an extra hour.
Okay.
That's clutch.
Yeah.
Trade deadline as far as the National Hockey League goes today. If you could trade a family member, who are you trading? Which family member?
Great. That's an MVP question.
That'd be my brother.
And what's your brother's name?
Terry.
Terry. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
So we got a Terry in the family. It's time to guess your name. It's magic. I'm going to go with Jeff. You sound like a Jeff.
Nope.
How about Brian?
Nope.
Is that close? Any of them close?
Not even.
Kirby?
Not even.
Trevor came to mind.
Sorry.
What about Robert?
Nope. That's my brother's middle name.
Man,
We got
Kirby,
the brother's
way to
middle
go.
name.
Way to go.
Terry Robert.
Terry Robert. Okay. JoJo.
I don't know why, but the name Tom had come to my mind first before you even told us your brother's name was Terry.
No, that's my boss's name.
Your boss's
We got
name?
the boss's name.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you tell your boss it's Employee Appreciation Day today, by the way.
I'll let him know that.
Let him know, yeah.
I'm going to guess Aaron.
No.
No.
Are you a Craig?
No.
Steve.
No.
Jason.
No.
Joe, you got any others you want to throw in there before
Michael?
we throw in the towel?
Did somebody guess Trevor?
Yes, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
And it wasn't Trevor?
No.
You know what? I'm going to go with Michael.
No.
Nope, that's it. I'm tapped.
Rod?
No.
Hot Rod.
All right, we give up. We don't give up very often, but go ahead. What's your name?
Corey.
Corey.
Damn it.
Damn
Hey,
it.
we've guessed
It's a
Corey
good
a
one.
lot. How do we not throw
Corey.
Corey out
Hey, we
there?
did get the boss. We did get the brother's middle name.
And the boss's name.
You know,
Yeah.
the boss's name is hard sometimes, so we're going to take that as a
Yeah.
win.
And your brother Terry got a shout out.
There you go.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
921 City Facebook page. If you want to win Brent Butt tickets, you can go there. Kirby put up a nice post here. What movie have you watched the most? Comments are pouring in. Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, Wayne's World.
Oh, that's a good one, eh? A lot of those Christmas
Like
type
seasonal
movies. Seasonal.
Yeah, like Halloween and Christmas. I'm sure you get a lot of those repeat watches.
Oh, Goodfellas was a very seasonal movie for me growing up.
Yeah, I love that.
Dazed and Confused, Happy Gilmore, The Big Lebowski.
New Happy Gilmore coming out too, right? This summer.
And Curbs, you've never watched a movie more than twice, right? You
Yeah,
said
there's
yesterday.
like no movie that I've ever sat down and watched in its entirety more than twice.
More than twice. Even a Christmas movie, hey? Like something like that?
Like in its entirety, yeah.
Yeah, wow, crazy.
Yeah.
I can't do the math on if I hit, what was it, 40, Joe? Have you seen, is
Yeah, 40 was the average number, apparently. That's how this all got started yesterday.
But I bet you Christmas Vacation and Elf are up there, now that I think about it, when you put it
Yeah.
that way.
Sure.
Yeah.
When was the last time you had a big burp, like from a 2-liter of pop, right? Elf.
That's right. Great movie. So, yeah, if you want to win those tickets, let us know what movie it is that you've seen the most. Joe, for you, it's what? Goodfellas, right?
I think Goodfellas, Godfather. Yeah, there's a bit of a theme there. Scarface is one of my all-time favorites.
But that's a
Rocky.
long one.
Rocky.
Scarface is a long one.
Yeah.
And Rocky's on the guide a lot. I mean,
Yes.
I think that's a key in seeing a movie
I agree.
a lot.
A lot of couch time when you're just vegging and all of a sudden, oh, hey, yo, Rocky's back on, so I'm all in.
It's a comfort show for you.
Yeah.
How about TV shows? Will you go back and watch a TV show more
Working
often?
on The Sopranos right
Yeah.
now. Thanks to you. You got me inspired again.
I will. I'll go back and watch TV shows all over again and enjoy little pieces that you might have missed. Kirby, is there any way I can convince you? What about TV shows?
I've watched Sex in the City twice. That's about
Yeah?
it.
Yeah,
a good one to
twice.
rewatch.
Yeah, a full TV show. If there's tons of seasons, that's tough to do more than twice.
I can tell you this. I have watched Christina Aguilera's Dirty music video over, like, for sure 500 times.
Yeah, well, we believe that
Different
one.
category, though. Different category.
It's a music video.
I don't want to one-up you, but I've watched it 501 times.
I might have watched it 10,000 times back in the day, okay?
This is the Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Tickets to go see 3 Days Grace And Volbeat, man.
It's going to be a fun show. I saw a lot of people pumped about the announcement on social media.
Yeah, this is a big show. We got tickets. Joe's got the question.
And we always give away tickets online, too. So when that announcement came yesterday, it's a great way to just enter a contest. So simple. Almost 50% of people currently looking for a job, okay, that took this survey, say they are worried about this at their next workplace.
50% of people.
That are currently looking for a job, they say they're worried about this at their next workplace. What are they worried about?
Hello, City. Do you have a guess for us?
Good morning. Can I have a lifeline, please?
Yeah, Philly or Kirby?
Let's go with Kirby.
Sorry, we'll get you to turn the radio down a little bit. Thank you.
Oh, yes.
Almost 50% of people currently looking for a job, Curbs, are worried about this at their next workplace.
I'm going to say parking.
No. Good answer, though.
That's big.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you give up, like, sometimes you're leaving a place that has good parking and you're just like, ugh.
Or you're paying for parking.
Yeah.
That could be good. You could be leaving a place where you were paying. That saves you money.
Well, even swapping buildings like we did from Osborne Village to Scourfield is like one of the number one topics was parking is much better over here. Hi, City.
Hi, could I get Philly as a lifeline?
Yeah. Vacation time. What's the vacation package? I got to get out of this. I need some time off.
I know I haven't started the job yet, but...
That's a very good question, but it's not vacation time.
Okay. Sorry about that. 780 City, 780-2480 for 3 days Grace and Volbeat tickets on the line. Go ahead.
Worried about our future bosses?
Sorry?
The boss, I think he said.
Future
who
boss.
The future boss is.
Yeah.
That's number 2.
Oh.
Whether it's liking their boss, yeah.
Good morning, City. You're on the air. Go ahead and guess.
Morning. Is it making new friends?
It is making new friends. Almost 50% of people currently looking for a job are worried about this at their next workplace, the pay. So you were pretty close with vacation, like that benefit stuff. Liking their boss, and then, yes, the culture. Making friends at the workplace makes them pretty nervous walking in as the newbie, right?
Not Joe.
No, well...
Joe makes friends the moment he walks in.
The man, I tell you what, I hear him talking in the hallways to every Barb and Doug and Larry.
There's a lot of people in this building, and actually the building next door.
I'm already friends with Joe. I don't even know him.
There
exactly.
You go.
That's the kind of guy he is.
Congratulations, my friend.
Philly Joe Kirby.
Philly Joe and Kirby
Podcast.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
Dead serious, ILO. I might throw down a roast tonight. I might, not in the toilet. I might.
Oh my God!
Well, because the way I said it, it made it sound
I
like
would have never thought
like
that.
throw down,
Thank
throw
you.
down.
Yeah.
But I off air. I said I had roast beef last night at the Rayler Express dinner, and it's got me thinking a lot about roast beef. And
That's what
want
your
it
body
again
needs
tonight?
right now.
Is
red meat.
another dose of roast beef?
I love horseradish, and I don't eat enough roast beef. And I was just thinking, when I was young, my parents used to make roast beef all the time. Come home, there's a roasting. I don't do that anymore.
Ours was Saturday. I could guarantee you that out of 52 Saturdays, probably 50 of them, we were having a roast at home on Saturday.
Ours was Sundays.
Okay.
It was some kind of a pot roast beef.
And you
in the
weren't
oven.
missing that meal.
No.
If Mom and Dad were both putting in the time,
Yeah.
that thing they were using to scalp the potatoes down and cut them up.
Yeah.
Right? They
What
waved
a
that in
meal.
your head.
What a meal
Yeah.
that was.
You would have to eat it early, like the time that I eat.
Yeah, you
Because then
do
it
eat
gives
early.
then it gives you like time to digest.
I'm going to give you a little sampling of my life, Kirby. Dinner was served when dinner was served, and you would be home. It wasn't about what time I wanted to eat. It was time when Pop said, we're eating. And I can guarantee it was like clockwork. It was usually around on a weekday, probably about 5:15.
Ours was 6. I swear to God.
Well, your dad
meal.
was a banker.
That's when he
so
got
he
home. And then on Sundays, too, though.
Yeah.
You'd be starving, like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed right away, Mom and Dad. Can we have dinner? It seems so late.
So good.
Well, this is kind of tying into something I found a list of that you guys, I think this is going to be interesting to see how many of these habits that you guys have adopted, because going to bed early and eating dinner early is considered an old person habit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Which one of us? That's you.
No, I know. I have,
Right?
honestly, we're not going to talk about me because I'm pretty much everything on this list.
Oh.
But what is an old person habit that you guys have picked up and noticed, like, you know what, this is actually a good idea. I should be doing this more often?
Well, probably I don't know if this is old man, but I feel old when I do it, and you guys bug me about it, is looking out the window at people on my street.
Yes.
Like, why is that guy parked on my street? I don't recognize his vehicle.
It blew my mind yesterday how much interest and time and energy you spent figuring out.
And he has cable on top of it, too.
My wife will harass me.
What was going on in your neighborhood? Like, I was like, wow, imagine.
Can I ask, how many houses can you actually see visually through that window?
Oh, man, 4 or 5.
4.
Man.
Your peripheral vision on the window
can always
is
tell
about 4?
I can tell what Daryl's up to.
The range.
It's like Daryl's got the day off.
I know Daryl.
His truck's, yeah, you met him.
Daryl's a good guy.
But I do. I spend a lot of time, and I remember my old man doing the same thing.
Sure.
You look out the window and you observe what's happening on the street, and
complain.
Hell hath no fury if something looks out of sorts on your front street.
Yeah, that's on this list. Complaining in general. Joe, you just got one of these, a pill organizer.
I did.
Buying one of these or having one of these is definitely on this list.
Mm-hmm.
That was more for convenience than mind, actually, for me.
When you're diabetic.
Yeah,
so you gotta have
I
that.
bring them to
that's
work.
fair.
Yeah.
That's why. No, but it's.
I use them for my vitamins.
Yeah, it helps.
Using like closed captioning.
No, I can't stand it.
I love it.
Oh, it takes me
I like to
away
read
from
along.
listening. But you know what? Never mind. That's a stereotypical older person. I find younger people are putting the closed caption on. They got that thing. I can't. It drives me nuts when I'm going on to Netflix. And I know the kids have been on it because I have to turn it off, the closed caption.
And let me guess, you
It's
can't
on every
figure out
time.
how to turn
It's
it
the
off.
hardest thing I'm doing.
How the hell do I turn it off?
Next to picking a movie on Netflix, turning that off.
Do you guys have tissues in every single room?
No.
That wouldn't be a me thing.
I
We
do.
do, but that's my wife. Like,
Well, you got to have tissues on hand, you know?
Just next to the computer for Phil.
Oh, wow.
Come on, it was there for the taking.
Oh my God. Using heated blankets or just having like a blanket like on you?
No.
Again, my wife has one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phil, this is you having paper printouts of everything.
Oh yeah, I gotta have it. Yeah, all over on the fridge.
You
I
gotta
like
have
my
paper coffee.
I do. I don't know what Joe you like your paper.
I'm not arguing with you.
Got the pad of paper.
I got a pad of paper.
The Philly Joe and Kirby Podcast.
I've got somebody on the Boston Pizza text line offering to make me homemade horseradish. Philly.
Homemade.
Once I dig it up, I'll make you the best horseradish you've ever tasted. It will blow the end of your junk right off. Okay, well, that's not what I'm looking for as far as the end of that sentence, but I will try your horseradish. I love horseradish.
What is it made of?
Oh, boy.
I just typed it in.
Okay, you Google it.
It's grated horseradish root, vinegar, and salt. That's it, really.
It's delicious.
Do you like it hot? Like
I like it hot,
Yeah.
yeah. Joe's got a great horseradish story as to why
I've never been able to eat it since. I was about 24 years old, traveling through Saskatoon for a wrestling company here in Winnipeg. And we stopped into this steakhouse, a chop house in Saskatoon. So it's, usually very dark. You're sitting down, a couple of us sitting there. We order prime rib. So, of course, I'm a rookie. And what happens is I grab a piece of bread that comes, and what I think I'm putting my knife in would be butter to spread all over the bread. Like I said, pretty dark in there. And my taste buds in my brain are telling me, man, this bread is going to be good with this butter on it. And I bite into it, and it's like, what is this taste? And I've never been able to eat it since.
Knowing you and your bread, you probably take a large bite, like a large sum of that in your mouth.
Hey, look at the size of my nose. To get that sinus cleared up.
Ooh.
So ever since that moment, no more horseradish for JoJo.
Never again.
Oh man, I smother that stuff all over my roast beef, and then it inevitably finds its way into the rest of my food, which is A-okay with me too. Like in the vegetables, in the potatoes, it's just everywhere. It's all over my plate whenever I have horseradish, and It's great.
It's very popular for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You're not supposed to use I just read this. Avoid using horseradish if you have kidney problems.
Well,
Is it that intense?
Last I checked, my kidneys are okay, but I'll
Well, depending if you have this guy's horseradish that he's going to make for you, there's all kinds of problems that could happen.
For more Philly, Joe, and Kirby, log it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.